So back in the 90s, there was a war far more serious than any war we're dealing with today. And forget nuclear weapons, this war was between an Italian plumber and a blue hedgehog. Okay, you know I'm only joking, because war, what is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Anyway, back in the 90s, I was always on Sonic's side. You know why? Because he was fast. And you know what else is fast? This Super Vooq flash charging from Oppo. So check this out. It is the Oppo Find X Lite 5G with Super Vooq charging. 5 minutes charge giving you 2 hours of gaming. 31 minutes charge giving you 100% battery. And that is a Sonic the Hedgehog biscuit, and that will certainly be disappearing pretty fast. SIM ejector pin, user manual, see-through protector case with frosted edges, and here we have the phone itself.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt.
And here we have the 65 watt Super Vooq charger. And the great thing about this is it is an English one as well. So I've got the 3 pins. Of course, depending on the region where you are, it's going to look slightly different. Got a nice premium USB-C cable to USB-A. And then they've even thrown in a USB-A to USB-C adapter, just in case you need it. So there's everything that comes with this phone in the box. So let me give you guys a little bit of a guided tour of the design of this phone. And then we're going to have a race in true Sonic the Hedgehog fashion to see how this phone compares to 2 of the most popular phones on the planet right now, the iPhone 13 Pro Max and the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Both of these phones have 0% battery right now, and this phone also has 0% battery. So we'll see how much battery we get from these 2 phones with their optimal charges compared to the Oppo Find X Lite with the 65 watt charger that came with it in the box. They put it in there so they don't have to create more carbon emissions, making separate packaging and shipping separate products. I know that's controversial. Let me know what you think about that. So the design on the back of this phone is an industry first. It's a laser direct imaging finish cut at a micron level to give a shimmer, and the overall look has been inspired by meteor showers, and that's probably why they call this color the Star Trails blue. There is another color, the Starry Black. And the great thing about this finish here is they say there's actually pyramid shapes just under the surface of the glass, and the texture prevents it from being a fingerprint magnet. And despite my best effort here to leave some fingerprints, you can see they do not stay for long. And this phone also has a headphone jack, which is great for you audiophiles out there, because with a wide pair of headphones, you're going to get better audio quality and 0 latency. So if you are an audiophile, you'll appreciate that feature on this phone. It's also got a really nice weight to it at 173 grams. It's quite light, and it's also very thin at just 7.81 millimeters. And I do like the green accent here on the power button. When it comes to the front of the device, the front selfie camera is in the top left corner, and that glass there is Gorilla Glass 5. We have no juice in it right now, so I'm not going to talk you through the screen tech until we've done the charging speed test, which we're about to do in a minute. Let me talk you through the cameras though quickly. So as you can see, we've got a triple camera setup. 2 big ones and 1 small one here. So the primary sensor is a 64 megapixel shooter. We've then got an 8 megapixel ultra wide, and then that little one there is a 2 megapixel macro, which allows you to get very close to your subject, as close as 4 centimeters they're saying. And then the selfie camera on the front is a Sony 32 megapixel selfie shooter. And let me know what you think of the camera quality compared to the top 2 flagships right now. Of course, this phone is a fraction of the price, so if you think it's even competitive, I will be impressed. So as you can see, I've managed to run this phone down to 0% battery. So now it's time for the charging speed test, and then I'll talk you through some of the other awesome features on this phone, which includes the display. And just so this is a fair fight, I have got an official Apple charger here for the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I have the official Samsung charger here for the S22 Ultra. And then of course, we have the Super Vooq for the Oppo Find X5 Lite. Okay, now everything's all set up. I am using the official cables as well for each one of these phones, and they're not actually charging right now. I'm going to start the clock and start the charging at exactly the same time. Let's go. So there's a couple of reasons why this phone charges so blisteringly fast. One of them, of course, is the 65 watt Super Vooq charger, but the other one is the battery tech inside. So it does have a 4,500 milliamp hour battery, but that is split into 2 cells. And by using this split battery method, it can actually charge faster without degrading the battery. Because in the past on other devices that had this kind of charging speed, if it had just one battery cell, that battery could get worn down pretty quickly, but that's not going to happen here on the Oppo Find X Lite. And like I said at the beginning of the video, 5 minutes charge can give you 2 hours of gaming, and 31 minutes should take you to 100%. But sometimes at the top end, when you're getting close to 100%, the phone will start to slow down the charging speeds, so to protect the battery. But anyway, let's see how this one goes.
Prepare ship for light speed. No, light speed is too slow. Light speed too slow? Yes, we're gonna have to go right to ludicrous speed.
So here we are, 31 minutes down the line from empty to 100% nearly on the Oppo. So we're at 95% on the Oppo, we're at 11% on the iPhone, and 24% on the Samsung. This phone is a fraction of the price of these two. So there we go, that's a clear win for the Oppo Find X5 Lite against two of the best on the planet right now. And it's very clear as to why Oppo have chosen to partner up with the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie. It's because the charging speed on this device is truly insane. So you might be wondering what's powering this device and what software is it running and all this kind of stuff. So let me run through that real quick. Inside the phone is a 6nm MediaTek Dimensity 900 5G chipset. So you will get blisteringly fast data speeds if you can get a 5G signal. And it also supports Wi-Fi 6. So if you happen to have a Wi-Fi 6 modem at home, you will be able to get that incredibly fast speed over Wi-Fi as well. And that is further backed up with 8GB of RAM. And this is a great feature as well. Further enhancing the speed of the device is 5GB RAM expansion. So basically it can use some of the storage as virtual RAM if your phone is required to do heavy multitasking, for example. And there is 256GB of onboard storage, and you can also have a memory card as well. So that means 2 SIMs and a memory card at the same time. And that's quite rare to see on a lot of phones. So that's awesome. When it comes to the software, it's running ColorOS 12, which delivers a bunch of customizable tweaks to the phone that you might not get on stock Android. One thing that I really like is the ability to take a photo from your gallery and actually turn it into an always on display. That's pretty cool. And there's way more things you can do with ColorOS 12, which I don't have time for in this video. And when it comes to the screen, maybe one of the most important components on any phone, it's a 6.4 Full HD Plus HDR10 90Hz Super AMOLED with 409 pixels per inch, 800 nits of peak brightness, so it's going to be nice and visible on those bright sunny days. And Amazon and Netflix have actually given this phone a certificate to say this phone is perfect for those streaming services. So that's pretty awesome as well. And let's not forget, if you plug in a set of headphones into this device, you're going to get proper quality audio out of it as well. Now, when it comes to gaming, this is one of the areas where it's really fast because it's got Hyper Boost AI frame rate stabilization. So that's kind of like variable refresh rate for mobile gaming. And there's a massive cooling chamber inside with graphite and borazon cooling layers, and also 5 thermal sensors, so it can take readings from various places on the device and figure out the best way to cool it when it's under pressure. And I do like the fact that there is a performance mode in there if you're really serious about your mobile gaming. So overall, in my opinion, this phone is great value for money, not just because of the battery charging speeds, but also because of the speeds when it comes to processing and performance. It also looks awesome, it feels nice in the hand. It is the complete package, in my opinion. What a great device. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like this in the future, make sure you subscribe with your notifications on. And if you've just subscribed, you're now one of the finest subscribers known to man. And I will see you in the next one.